Bledisloe Cup is at stake this afternoon as Jonathan Kaplan checks with the respective skippers.
Your own time after the whistle. Your own time after the whistle.
First international match at the new stadium in Wellington is underway, and Andrew Mertens gets an early touch for Eremia. The strong take-it-up man, and immediately the Wallabies dive over the top. Marshall to go quickly. Case Muse. Marshall hands it off. Mertens saw the gap. Dragged down by David Gifford and number 4. All Blacks keeping it in hand. Blackadder feeds it to Marshall, taking on the Australian defence early in the match as they did in Sydney. They've reached the 10-metre line. Heaved out by Lomu. Mertens puts his boot to it. Latham's got a lot of ground to make. Umaga closing the angle right down. Mertens again, wide to Randall. Solid defence by the Wallabies, and it's a post tackle quickly in. So the first stoppage comes with a scrum and a minute for the first sequence of play.
Well, it's been an emphatic start by New Zealand. Confident also, very, very comfortable with the ball in hand, setting up the ruck, controlling possession. Clever kick from Mertens, and well answered, of course, by Latham.
Straight one-on-one as Umaga goes past Roth. Picked up, though, by the loose forward defence. Mertens working wide for Alatini. Larkham has to make the tackle in midfield. The All Blacks have had all the ball so far. Marshall probing in close. And here is the first turnover as it's knocked forwards. And it'll be Wallabies ball right on halfway.
So this will be interesting to see what the Australians do from the first scrum. Will they work the short side? Interesting, isn't it? Equal weight per pack. The loose forwards are identical at 110 kgs apiece.
Regan for Larkham. Herbert, clean break, feeds it up, and Mortlock is chased by Umaga. He'll make it though. Daniel Herbert opened them up wide. Sterling Mortlock scores.
What a blistering and acceptable try.
And Mortlock to add the extra 2, 7-0.
Ball must come in, all right? Leave him, 2. Leave him.
Lineouts were a problem in Sydney for the All Blacks, and another one snaffled by the Wallabies in the form of John Eales. Here's Herbert, oh, smashing straight into Mertens, who goes reeling back.
Get on!
5 out from the 22, right in centre field for Regan. Larkham on for Jason Little. Eales is right there with him. Now it's Larkham again. Kefu. Trib off to Latham, who's up in the line. They keep it going. Larkham. Joe Roth for the corner. They've got another one. The wingers have got them both.
It's like repeating the first try, another exceptional try. Created steadily, breaking the advantage line 3 occasions.
Hoping to bring it around, but not able to do that. But Joe Roth gets the second try for Australia.
John Eales, it all started when he stole the New Zealand line-out.
It's there for the All Blacks. It's been knocked on by the Wallabies. So now they have some sort of field position. The All Blacks tipped on for Lomu. Therefore, the captain, Todd Blackadder, to set it again. Mertens for Alatini. Umaga! 22-metre line with some forward momentum now, the All Blacks. Looking blindside with Alatini. Lomu again.
15 metres out.
Best chance the All Blacks have had so far. Umaga goes again. Referee playing an advantage. Mertens for Cribb. The kick for Cullen. Brilliant.
The crowd say it all. There's so much noise here. What a goal kicker, Andrew Mertens. So that makes it very interesting now, 12 points to 7. And that'll give them some confidence.
Anton Oliver finds Tane Randall.
Beautiful ball to the back of the line out, giving some space.
Here they are, some intricate moves. Aaron Alista, Umaga.
Oh, classic.
That equals the record. That's absolutely brilliant again.
Well, set the world alight, why don't you? They're certainly doing that at the Westpac Trust Stadium here in Wellington. Who would have believed we could have had a game to rival Homebush, and we certainly have. We've seen some glorious tries to date in this game. Well, here it is here. What a work, what a move. So many different directions and angles, and Umaga, of course, with a flat-footed opponent to beat. Through the last man, absolutely beautiful, and through to Christian Cullen. Coops, give us a hand on this one.
Well, the Australians are known as the masters of manipulation, but the pupils here have taught the masters a lesson. That is superb.
Well, I couldn't help but see the reaction from the normally phlegmatic Christian Cullen.
And the All Blacks with the conversion are ahead by 14 to 12. Andrew Mertens has kicked 4 points today. He's closing in on Grant Fox, but the Wallabies have this penalty right in front.
Well, although we couldn't quite see where the ball was, you just saw the time. So here it is. Australia with another 3 points.
Wallabies back in front. The lead for the All Blacks was short-lived, but what a test this has been already. All Blacks organising themselves. Great attacking position here. Centre field. Marshall for Carl Hoft.
Hold there.
Now Mertens. Tronfeld, who's had a lot of the ball to play with in this game. Mertens shovels onto Alatini. Lovely step, as he's so capable of doing. Mertens
going for the crash, that's unusual.
Marshall straight up the middle.
What's the turnover? So the turnover came from a hand on the deck, and that was picked up by the touch judge.
Chance once more to become the highest test point scorer in New Zealand history. And that is the record breaker for Andrew Mertens. All Blacks are happy to take the possession, but now they've got to get it down onto the ground. It's been ripped away, so there was no advantage for the All Blacks at all. Kefu off to Wilson. Advantage is over. Referee was playing it, and there's going to be another penalty.
Last line, doesn't matter, ruck's formed.
Well, that's a twist of fate.
Just
Well, the unflappable Todd
get back, please. Nothing happening there. Just keep your nose out of it.
conceded 10 metres.
You can't come in from that side. It's just a tackle situation. Please go.
Chance now for Sterling Mortlock to put the Wallabies back in front. as we close in on half-time. One-point lead for the Wallabies. Mortlock kicks his second penalty, 18-17. Got to stay the blind side. Marshall.
I'd say they should take the penalty, shouldn't they?
Let's wait and see. Umaga feeds it on. Mertens. Cullen, they're still playing advantage.
Well, advantage. Well, I would say that's very liberal use of the advantage law, because that is a long time to play the advantage. Admittedly, Kaplan made his decision and called out advantage still. But you certainly have to ask the question. It's an interesting rule. When does the advantage law stop? How long must play continue before the advantage is over? He went back for the kick a goal. However, to New Zealand, of course, a great advantage to turn 2 points up should Mertens kick this goal. A goal was imminent, I would imagine.
Mertens makes the kick, and that is the end of quite a sensational first half. It saw the Wallabies get away to a 12-0 lead. The All Blacks fought back, and at the break, they lead by 2.
After the whistle in your own time, in your own time.
Stand by for a brilliant final 40 minutes in this test as Mertens goes long, too long.
By a whisker. Even so, it's a bad mistake.
Nisbo, just to clarify, it seems that the Williams replacement may well be at Bloodburn. Keep an eye on that one.
Change of direction again. Larkham is nailed. On the New Zealand side. Cullen to Maxwell. Mertens. Lomu. What a tackle by David Wilson. All those years of experience. And David Wilson, one-on-one with Jonah, lowers him in a copybook tackle. Play to continue. To the back it goes. Thorne cleverly tips it to Alatini. Near the 10-metre line and held on to by an Australian player on the ground. Richard Harry it is. And Andrew Mertens, who has this ankle problem, is going to be asked now to kick for goal.
There's a bit of wind, Smithy, down there. It's a little bit of a southerly.
Well, it's the swirling wind. It's the nature of the direction of it, Murray. At the moment, you would think being a southerly, it's right behind Andrew Mertens, but the little flags on top of the post, they're wavering all over the place. Tough, tough kick.
Beautifully judged.
Well, not so tough for New Zealand's highest point scorer.
Larkham short. Alatini wasn't able to control it, so Sterling Mortlock has it for Todai Kefu. Wallabies hitting back almost immediately with Eels into the gap. They're only 15 metres out here. It bounces for Gregan. Little. Kefu once more. Gregan playing advantage. All Blacks offside. Mark Connors. Now George Gregan. The advantage still applies. And he'll go back. And this is a penalty right in front.
Well, I think that equals up. That's all we ever ask of referees, consistency. Yes, kicking right out of the Phillips signage on the pitch.
No locks.
Just seconds remaining. The Wallabies are still 70 metres away.
Come on, let's form, let's form. Here's the mark. Oh, no locks, no locks.
So, no option but to run this ball, Australia.
So here they come. Final throw of the dice. Little up for Herbert. Head on with Cullen. Larkham charged. Driven Brown. All Blacks looking to get there in numbers. Hitting it with everything.
Well, must be New Zealand ball. There could have easily been a penalty there too to New Zealand because the ball wasn't released and the two New Zealand players actually dragged him, ball and all. He still held on to possession. But in fairness to Jonathan Kaplan, he tripped over.
Terrific din in the stadium. 2 minutes to go, says Jonathan Kaplan.
Let's go, Black, let's go!
What a tremendous attacking position though. Big blindside. They'd have to go that way, wouldn't they, unless the scrum. You see the scrum being turned already by Australia?
On my call.
Well, you'd have to have Cribb going off the back with Kelleher outside him. Yes, going the other way, in fact, using his number 6 to drive.
Off to Reuben Thorne.
There really needs to be momentum.
Diving and not quite. Still there though for Tane Randall. Trade down, oh so close. Now they free it up for Brown. Alatini. Players out on their feet. Kelleher the long ball. Cullen for Umaga. Didn't make it.
Don't have a heart attack, Wayne.
What a moment this is. Big throw for Mark Hammett. Oh, they've turned it. Wallabies have it through Mark Connors. So here's a chance. It's their last one. Larkham. And he puts it out. Jonathan Kaplan has a look at the watch. Still time remaining.
You've got to laugh. Even Jonathan Kaplan has a smile on his face. Everybody's screaming with a full-time whistle except the referee, and he is the sole judge of time.
The biggest line-out throw of the series. Josh Kronfeld's on his feet. He's on the sideline.
Just make sure the ball goes in, okay? Ball in first.
The heat is on.
They go short.
Australia.
Again, it's with the Wallabies. Herbert. Got to be careful here about the penalty. Jim Williams takes it in. Now, Joe Roth tries to go past Cullen. Oh, there's the penalty. There's the penalty.
Yes.
I think he was relieved to say that, John Eels will have a shot, thank you. Well, that was interesting because the ball was actually slipped forward by the Australian player. It looked like it was going to be a turnover. And I just wonder what the referee's decision was on the penalty. However, it's history now.
How about this for stepping up to the mark? John Eels is going to take the kick himself. This kick will decide the fate of the Bledisloe Cup. What a player, John Eels. His kick has retained the Bledisloe Cup.
Look at the excitement. Well, they're a great team, and it's been a great victory, no doubt about it. Well, John Eels, the pressure, the ability to concentrate, and he just kicked it straight through the centre. Have a look at him. He's delighted, and he's been a mighty man in this game. As I said, they won the last two lineouts on the New Zealand throw. That's pressure on the New Zealand lineout. Well, it's been a superb match.